Hello, my name is Debra Kenerson, and I serve as Tennessee's state statistician for the National Agricultural Statistics Service, or NASS for short. We are headquartered in Washington, D.C., and are one of 29 agencies under the umbrella of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The Tennessee field office is co-located with the Tennessee Department of Agriculture at Ellington Agricultural Center in Nashville, Tennessee. NASS is organized into 12 regions. The Tennessee office falls into the Eastern Mountain region, which includes the states of Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, Virginia, and West Virginia. We're responsible for making all official estimates of agriculture for the U.S. We are the agency under the umbrella of USDA that is responsible for making these estimates. We publish over 400 reports every year, which cover everything from broiler hatchery to cattle on feed to cold storage to crop production. We are also responsible for the 5-year Census of Agriculture. The census is conducted for years ending in 2 and 7, which means that at the end of this year, millions of questionnaires will go out to all agricultural producers across the nation. And this will help us measure the economic impact that agriculture has. And as you know, Tennessee's #1 industry is agriculture. When we conduct the Census of Agriculture, we try to publish as much data as possible. It is the most comprehensive data set that is available. We estimate equine, emu, ostrich, economic data, crop production, livestock production. It is a huge amount of data, and it goes to millions of ag operators, but we try to summarize it within 18 months, so it is in your hands as quickly as possible. The data for these estimates come from agricultural operations, agricultural businesses. We go to the absolute best source of data, and that is these entities. We also rely heavily on the National Agricultural State Departments of Agriculture enumerators to collect data for us. They do it by phone or by personal interview. The most common method is by phone. But however the operator wants to report, we're open to accommodating them because we need the most accurate data available so we can make the most accurate estimates. From our estimates from operators reporting, we know that there are 69,500 ag operations in the state of Tennessee covering 10.7 million acres, or about half of Tennessee's land area. We also know that Tennessee Agriculture contributed $3.9 billion to the state's economy, about 1.2 million from animal and products, and the remainder from crops. Now, the National Agricultural Statistics Service defines a farm as any operation that sells or normally would sell $1,000 in agricultural products within a calendar year. Sometimes enumerators go to operations who do not think they are a farm, but it is important. It may have a few cattle, some hay, but they would qualify as a farm, and it is immensely important that we get those reports. And I'll give you an example. Sometimes companies are looking to relocate or expand into Tennessee, and they need to know within 200 miles or 100 miles or whatever distance they need, is corn production or whatever commodity that they need for the operation they're bringing into the state. And by reporting on the Census of Agriculture and our other surveys, we can provide that information. We can tell them exactly how many acres of corn are available within the specified area. It may not, we get the question a lot too, what good is this doing me? It may not have an immediate impact on you, but using the previous example, if the company comes into Tennessee, it could mean economic growth for your community. It could mean jobs for potentially you or your friends or your children or grandchildren. One area that we take very seriously is confidentiality. We do not divulge any individual operations data. It's only published in aggregate form. If we do not get enough reports of a specific commodity and someone can back into whatever your acreage or production is, we will not publish those data. In terms of cash receipts, cattle and calves make up or number one for animal and animal products, and soybeans are number one on the crop side. Tennessee was the first state to start making no-till estimates, and this was done through the Milan Research and Education Center in Milan, Tennessee. In 1983, we started making estimates for soybeans and corn and found that less than 20% of the acreage was using no-till or conservation tillage methods. As of 2020, those percentages have increased to about 80% for each crop. In 1992, cotton was added, and again, it was less than 20% to start in 1992, and now that has grown to about 77%. And in 1995, wheat was added. And now that the wheat tilled acreage, the no-till and conservation tillage has grown from a little over 20% to about 75%. We are very proud to have partnerships with several different agencies and organizations such as Tennessee Department of Agriculture, Farm Service Agency, Tennessee Farm Bureau, NRCS, Rural Development, Tennessee State University and University of Tennessee Extension, just to name a few. These organizations give us credibility. Sometimes operators do not know that the survey is in the field, and they will ask, and they'll say, yes, these people are legitimate. It's okay to answer those questions, and we appreciate your participation. We enjoy these wonderful, mutually beneficial partnerships. And to end, I'd like to thank you for your cooperation and support, which makes our accurate estimates available. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you later.